Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight. This is going to be the midweek check-in. Let's see what kind of energies we have for the rest of the week. This is the Mantegna Tarot. This is a deck of oracle cards. It is also a deck of archetypes. So I use this to kind of get an idea of what kind of characteristics we can focus on. Where can we focus our attention for this next few days going in towards the weekend? This is for the midweek check-in. We have two cards that came out. We have the Emperor, card number 9, and we have Luna, card number 41. And then this deck is the Neon Rider Tarot. Let's see what kind of messages we get from this deck. We have the Two of Cups. We have 8 of Swords. The Page of Wands. The Queen of Cups. Two more cards here. The Two of Swords and the 10 of Cups. Interesting. And then we have the Starseed Oracle. What kind of energies for this midweek check-in? I feel like I did these a little bit out of order here. And now I've got this, I'm interfering with the space here. What kind of energies do we have for the midweek check-in? Oh, it looks like we have 3. So we have Forge, Don't Follow, The Great Severing, and Earth School. Earth School. Okay, let me just meditate on these cards. I am looking at this bottom row here with the Neon Rider Tarot. We have the Two of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the Page of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the Two of Swords, and the 10 of Cups. And what I see here is that it's like go, stop, go, stop, go, stop, go. A little bit of that kind of energy. What we're looking at is the Two of Cups, a meeting of minds, coming to some kind of agreement. This could be in a love relationship, but this could be in any partnership. This is having an understanding that is coming from 2 different perspectives, but again, finding a meeting of minds. It is also, like I said, it's agreement. It's a potential for exchange, like a healthy exchange of love. So if this is any kind of romantic relationship, this is again seeing eye to eye. This is sharing a cup of clear water. In other words, purified emotion, healed energy coming together, that you share that with another, whether it be another individual or another party, such as a business partnership, could be an actual entity, right? And then here we have the 8 of Swords, and this is being caught up in your head with many thoughts, making you feel like you are imprisoned, that you are unable to move forward. And that sense of feeling in the dark, not quite knowing which way to turn. The protagonist being bound and blindfolded and feeling like they are surrounded here. You have the ability to break free from that, and the Page of Wands here is asking you to break free from those self-imposed limits and all of those thoughts. The Page of Wands is a fiery energy. It is somebody who is a go-getter. It is ambitious energy. It is action-oriented. It is passionate and enthusiastic, and you need to take that enthusiasm and bust out of your head. What is the saying? Don't overthink it. Don't overthink the situation. Just go for it. This is not to say don't think about anything, like don't have considerations, but this This Page of Wands is suggesting that you take some action and you move forward and you keep your heart open in doing so. Be open to options and possibilities. Be open to the fact that things can work out, that you can have a new emotional beginning with someone, or in a partnership, you can have a new successful beginning to something that can be emotionally fulfilling, whether this is building a new business venture together or this is building some kind of relationship together. You're being asked to have an open heart and to free yourself from any kind of feelings based on the history of the past. Don't let the past dictate your future. Don't let this sort of hold you back. Don't let the past situations and outcomes hold you back from exploring things in the future. You're left here in this Two of Swords position, feeling, this or that, this way or that way, which way, what do I choose? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And there is a solution. You can either trust your intuition or you can take that blindfold off. Either way, you have access to solutions, and it may not be this or that. By the new moon here, that suggests the energy that we are currently in we are just past new moon. We are still living with the crescent from our perspective and vantage point here on Earth. So it suggests that this is current timing, and it also suggests the darkness of the unknown, that we don't have all the answers, and that may be true, but if we embrace the enthusiasm and move forward with an open heart and trust in our intuition, it looks like we can achieve this joy and emotional fulfillment established and symbolized by this 10 of Cups here. This is a sense of great satisfaction and joy. So let's take a look at the Mantegna Tarot cards here. We have card number 9, which is the Emperor, and this is the archetype for initiative, excessive power, sometimes enslaves. This energy, this is your own ability to keep yourself enslaved, right? You can be a slave to your own thoughts, and you need to take charge. You don't necessarily want to be one who enslaves, but you want to have the ultimate authority over your own being and over your course of action, over your path as you move forward, and you need to take hold of the initiative and all of the positive qualities that the Emperor has, which he is like the culmination of the best qualities of all of the kings. So in theory, he is balanced in mind, in spirit, in action, and emotion, right? He has a good balanced sense of who he is and how he navigates his way through the material world with the proper use of balanced emotions, balanced intellect and logic, and so on and so forth. You want to make sure that you don't overthink, that you trust your intuition, you trust your logic as you make decisions to move forward. It's interesting here that we have the card Luna, number 41, with the Two of Swords here indicating that little sliver of a new moon. The card Luna is the archetype for imagination. Analyze dreams to discover yourself. How can you get out onto this ship? So you can see that there are these ships out on the water, and the water, being a symbol of emotion, is almost representative here of that dream time, that dream space, the dreams that we hold, the things on which we would like to build, and the dreams that we'd like to achieve. But it's like something distant out on the horizon that seems like it's impossible. It's impossibility to achieve these dreams. It's an impossibility to get out on those ships. And here, the charioteer in this card is suggesting, again, the new moon in the protagonist's hand, that if you embrace the shadow side and the light side, as represented by these two different horses drawing this chariot, you can find a way to fly through the sky in order to get to those ships if you have to. Basically, where there's a will, there is a way. You just have to get creative. Not sure if you can see the better details of this card. Here's hoping. So, yes, where there's a will, there's a way, and the Page of Wands is suggesting that you find the will and you find the way. So let's take a look at these cards here from the Starseed Oracle. We have first, Forge, don't follow. It says, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. If you wait until the path is perfectly paved, you won't be forging your own path, and you'll likely not even take the first step. Don't let a small detail like being unable to find someone to show you the way be the reason you don't step forward and lead. Let it be the reason that you do. It's exactly what these two cards are saying here. You're being bound up and held back, and the Page of Wands says, step out and be that leader. The most courageous and needed leaders are the ones who don't wait for permission or until the morning they wake up feeling ready. They take a deep breath, put one foot in front of the other, and figure it out as they go. They don't wait for someone to lead them. They lead themselves. This is a card for leaders. You're here to pave a path that hasn't been walked before, to go first and lead the way for others who are calling you in. If you feel misrepresented in the media, step forward for all those who also feel misrepresented. If no one's speaking out on the topics you feel passionate about, share your unique voice. There's no one on earth who comes close to possessing your unique combination of skills, gifts, and life experience. Don't look to those who have come before you to work out your own path. Leaders must forge their own. Do it for your daughter. Do it for the younger you. Do it for the leaders who will follow. When you go first, you make it easier for others to follow your lead. Forge, don't follow. The Starseed Soul Inquiry asks, how are you being called to forge rather than follow? How can you be a leader you wish you had? How are you being called to forge rather than follow? By having enthusiasm and keeping an open heart. Okay? Those are a couple things to keep in mind here. And also maintaining authority over yourself. Okay, the next card is the Great Severing. The Great Severing says Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. This is a shadow card, one that may feel confrontational. Don't be afraid. It's here to bring to the surface anything that's standing in the way of letting love in. The warring planet of Mars is our constant reminder that it's important to soften, forgive, and find our way back to love. There are many things in the human experience that make it difficult for our heart and soul to stay open to the never-ending source of love. We're all wounded, and our unconscious wounds inflict wounds on others. It can feel like a never-ending dance we can never escape. If we aren't careful, before long, we'll see the world as a scary, dangerous place where fear and anxiety roam free. If this card surfaces, it could be for two reasons. Firstly, for you to acknowledge the difficult emotions, situations, conflicts, wounds, and fears that are causing you pain and anxiety. And secondly, for you to find your way back to love. When we're hurt, it's normal to close off our heart to the world, to let the painful experience confirm the agony of separation in earthly life. Soften and find your way back to love anyway. When fear, anxiety, and paranoia paralyze you, it's normal to want to hide away from others and the world. Come out of your cave and soften your heart anyway. We're all innocent children spinning our way around the world. Find a way to see the innocence in all people, especially yourself. The Starseed Soul Inquiry asks, how are you cutting yourself off from love? How can you soften towards those who have hurt you? Again, being asked to move away from our fears and embrace love and openness and communication. The next card we have is Earth School. Life lessons, soul growth, study, and higher learning. Planet Earth is a great initiation for the soul, and the lessons are the curriculum for which we enroll. These aren't one-time lessons, but themes we choose to circle around, deepening our experience of them as we make our way through the spiral of life. Life lessons aren't only about getting it right, they're also about getting it wrong. Remembering that Earth is a planet of polarity helps with this understanding. Each year, the study deepens more and more. If you pull this card while you're going through a difficult time, you're being prompted to remember that your soul came here to grow and learn. Try not to look at difficult times as getting it wrong. Instead, see them as opportunities for soul growth. If you can find a way to grow and soften your heart through the highs and lows, your soul is most definitely growing, which is the whole point. Pulling this card also means that you're being called to embark on a new area of study or growth. This could be through structured learning, such as university, school, or a training course. If you're having difficulties in a relationship, you're being reminded that there are opportunities for soul growth. After all, relationships are known as the number one way that we grow as souls while we're here on Earth. The Starseed Soul Inquiry asks, how are you being called to grow or learn? Again, that question prompts us back to this card here, the Queen of Cups. And to some degree, we're being asked to be balanced and to have faith in our dreams, to make a way, to find a way to make them achievable. But ultimately, to stay open, to keep an open heart. Now, I'm going to pull a couple cards here. Clarifiers on this reading from the Visconti Tarot. Alright, we'll keep it there. We have the Ten of Coins. We have 21, the World, and we have the Three of Coins. What does this say? Ten of Coins and the Ten of Cups are very auspicious. This is full emotional satisfaction. This is full material satisfaction. This is the culmination of all of our wishes, hopes, dreams. How do we achieve that? We've got to take hold of this wand. Okay? With the World here, this suggests that the world is your oyster. You have all the opportunities ahead of you. You need to go after them. Again, back to that Page of Wands, busting out of this feeling of imprisonment, breaking out of this blindfold, making a choice, choosing happiness, choosing your emotions. These are both cards that are associated with water signs and emotion. Choosing to follow that which pleases you, which enlivens you. Whatever those pursuits are that make you feel joy and happiness, follow those feelings. This is the Three of Coins, and that says that we have to continue to build on our path to achieving the goal of reaching your dreams, right? It's a constant work, it's a constant toil to put in effort, to make the investment into the pursuit of our dreams, but it's worth it in the end because we are able to achieve satisfaction in our material world and our emotional world. It's worth it. Invest in yourself. The world is your oyster. That's the message for the midweek check-in. Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight.